Susan Kempler, one stock you like in the TIAA-CREF Growth and Income Fund is Home Depot.
Correct.
That stock's up over 20% year to date, had a stellar third quarter earnings report. But is it getting a little bit pricey here? It's trading at 21 times next year's earnings. Lowe's is cheaper.
Lowe's is cheaper. I tend to focus on management that has been stable and successful and strong over the long term. And that's what Home Depot is. The quality of management is absolutely terrific. On top of that, I also think about stocks in terms of what their end market growth is. We've got great growth in residential and commercial. So this growth can continue. They're expanding margins because they're cutting back on costs. At the same time, revenue is growing. They're buying back a lot of stock. It's just a terrific, solid company. And
you're also bullish on Electronic Arts. This stock's having a great year. It's up over 50%. That said, there's some worries about its Star Wars game heading into the Christmas shopping season. Are you worried about Star Wars?
I'm not worried about Star Wars. The reviews weren't as good as I had hoped they would be, but it's still going to be a terrific game for them. And on top of that, they've got a pipeline that they haven't had in years. They've got 4 to 5 new releases next year that could be big blockbusters for them as well. So not only are we in a great console cycle with the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, you've got gamers are playing these games, record amounts of time they're spending online, or just even playing the games on the consoles. And then we've now got a revenue shift. We've got 50% of industry revenues are coming from digital now, which are much higher margin. So between the industry dynamics plus the great pipeline in games, I think it can keep going from here.
You're also positive on shares of Northrop Grumman. That stock's done very well this year. It's up almost 30%. Do the attacks on Paris change your thesis with regard to Northrop Grumman?
They don't change the thesis at all. We really liked the stock before that. The budget got passed, so now we know what defense spending is going to be. International geographies are spending in increased amounts, plus they're exposed to the high growth areas of government spending as well. Cybersecurity, unmanned vehicles, for example.
All right, and then finally, you're a fan of Raytheon shares. Similar to Northrop Grumman, stock's done very well this year. It's up almost 20%. Do they have the right equipment? Do they have the right products to fight this war on terror that we're going to be continuing to be engaged in?
Absolutely. They are pretty much the most exposed to international spending. 30% of their revenues come from international geographies, so they will benefit from that increased spending. They have the right products. They have the right geographies. It'll keep going.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Susan.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching The Street.